It don't matter where you are in your life. You don't have to do it by yourself. It don't matter what you need. Colin can help.
Cool, so we're live.
All right.
I'll let you introduce yourself. Just go ahead, say who you are, give your quick little 1-2 about, where we're at, how you got started.
All right, man. Nuke Franklin. That's the name that I go by, stage name. 23-year-old artist from Cleveland, Ohio. Right now, we are in the very humble studio that me and Kipstone record everything out of. Microphone, speakers, monitor, MacBook. That's all you need in 2019. I think I started rapping. I always wanted to rap. I was always into actually rapping. I had family members that used to rap, as everybody else do.
When did you start? Elementary school, middle school?
I started wanting to rap middle school. I started. I think I recorded my first verse when I was 13, going into high school. So, yeah, my first couple of raps, I used to actually I used to listen to other rappers and I would write down the lyrics and then I would go in and change lines that I thought would sound better and stuff like that, and then I just start writing my own.
Kind of make like a Mad Lib of a rap, almost. Kind of just
like a cheating ass blueprint of a rap.
Just a little tutorial.
Yeah, so and then after that I was like, maybe I should just make my own and start doing that, and then I got to record my first actual verse or song or whatever when I was 13.
Gotcha. So you've been doing it about 10 years.
Yeah, man, long ass 10 years. That made me sound old. No.
So when you were taking people's raps, who were the original influences?
All right, this is about to be funny. So my first time ever actually doing that, I had bought my first album recently. So my first album was guess what my first album was?
You're 23. Gucci.
You never hell no. Lil Romeo. Lil Romeo got an album called Game Time, and I thought it was just cool to see a kid on the cover, so I bought it with my money, and that was the first time I ever went home. I listened to it. The intro track was I don't even remember how it go, but I know I listened to it. I liked that. Wrote all the lyrics down, and that was the first time I started stealing people raps.
And you like kids on the cover. What made you go Romeo over Lil Bow Wow? That was about the same time.
I didn't see a Lil Bow Wow. The store, it was a little corner store, in the neighborhood and stuff that we stayed at, and they just, I guess that album had just came out. They had all the new ones in the front and stuff. Mm-hmm. So my mother was going there. She used to go there every week, maybe every other week, and get new albums. And she used to have all new albums, new mixtapes, the Pretty Boy Floyd mixtapes and stuff like that. And I don't know how I got the money. I had the money. I think it was $10, and I just seen that, and I was like, oh shit, that's a kid. Hey, can I get that? Yeah, did it like that. I knew who Lil Bow Wow was, but I didn't see the album. So.
Yeah, my first rap CD, I'm a little older than you. I'm turning 31. Mm-hmm. I'll never forget, I was Best Buy, and that was right when parental advisory just started coming out, where kids weren't allowed to buy real shit. Mm-hmm. But my dad was always the cool one, and my mom was not allowed. My dad's if you got money, do what you got to do. So I'm at the register, and my dad's looking in the aisle still, and lady's oh, you have to have a parent to get this. I was oh, he's right over there. And I was Dad, can I get this? He's he had no idea what it was. He's yeah, go for it. You got the money, go for it. Get all the way home, and Eminem, the first second song I think was "Bitch, I'ma Kill You," and I'm jamming it. It's the song. I got it. I'm the only one of my friends, and my mom's what is this?
Yeah, some crazy. That's probably a crazy ass as a parent just hearing "Bitch, I'ma Kill You." No, you gotta cut that off.
Right? Because I was about to 10, 12, somewhere in that ballpark, and you're what is this?
That's some crazy shit. I was like that. Because obviously Lil Romeo wasn't doing too much cussing and stuff like that, but the next album that the one that made me really want to I want to be like him was 50 Cent, Get Rich or Not Trying.
Gotcha.
I shouldn't have been listening to that shit. Man, I know that album literally front to back, backwards. Man, bro, I know that album like the back of my hand.
Gotcha. And so that was who's your current influence? Is there anybody that you listen to and you just get excited?
Right now, today, Tyler, man. I've been a big Tyler fan since years ago when he first came out, when he blew up with Goblin, went back, listened to Bastard, all the old OF tapes, and like up to whatever it was when I like was I think Goblin was the new one, but he was my first like influence when I started rapping. I started trying to rap like him. It wasn't working out. Right now, Schoolboy Q, Kendrick Lamar, J-Rock, Absol, all the TDE. Who else? Honestly, not just on Forney, but everything. Like everything kind of influenced me. Mm-hmm. But I guess my biggest influence would be like TDE, Tyler the Creator, Jay-Z, Kanye, T.I., stuff like 50 Cent, obviously. Travis Scott. Yeah, bro, I'll be naming them all day. Like, I'm
nice.
influenced by a lot of people.
Do you go other genres? I see a whole bunch of records here. What other genres do you like to listen to, or do you pull from when you're doing your creative process?
R&B. I like R&B more than rap, to be honest. Mm-hmm. Like I listen to a lot of R&B, and I really listen to anything for real. I just like good music, like music that you can feel, music that just sounds good. So anything that catch my ear, honestly.
Right on. And what's your favorite way to listen to? Are you a headphone?
Headphones. Gotta have the headphones.
What's the best type of headphones you could get?
Hey man, me personally, I can't go anywhere without my Apple headphones. I know a lot of people hate them. I think Apple headphones are just perfect.
They just fit in your ear right, or the way they sound comes
the way they sound is just perfect. Like I don't know what it is. Like I would take, if I could, I would record all my damn songs in Apple headphones, but obviously can't. But Apple headphones for me.
Absolutely.
Regular Apple headphones, iPhone, that get it done for me.
And you mentioned Apple. Let's go a little bit into the technology. If whether it's computer or phone, what's the top 5 apps you're using in your day-to-day as a musician?
As a musician, I use my memo pad and my voice memo. Would that be like kind of one app? Okay. I use those damn near every day. Just writing. Instagram and Twitter, obviously. What else am I using as a DJ Booth? I use their app every day. I like reading articles. What is that? 3, 4?
We're at 4. What's the 5th one?
5th app, probably my email. Like honestly, my email. I use those every single day, nonstop, all day.
So pretty much all day, every day, you're creating and trying to get your creations out there and handling business. Sounds like.
Yeah.
Right on. And being your age, you've never really had life without technology, right? I mean,
no.
It's computers and streaming and all that's pretty much been in your life the whole time. How does that affect you as a creator?
I feel like it's good and bad, man. Cause sometimes if you just going through something, or you're like a weak-minded person or something like that, man, you get distracted on that shit. Like the social media and everything, because that's a huge part of the internet. So you can get distracted on that. But in other ways, it's good because I get a lot of influence and like inspiration from the internet.
Right.
So just technology in general, like is real good on inspiration and probably like outreach because it makes the world kind of like small.
Absolutely. I mean, I think that like way back when it was 6 degrees of separation or something, but now with social media it's like 2 or 3 degrees. So like almost guaranteed you and I know other people that we have no idea are in our circle, but if we were all at a group party, you'd be like, you know him and him? How?
Yeah, man, I got friends from like different states that I've never even met, but I like talk to them. We talk, text, talk on the phone and stuff like that in front of the internet.
Right.
Like, internet and music, man, it's crazy.
Have you always been out of Cleveland? Born and raised, or where did you come from another?
Oh no, I was born here. Born and raised here. I visited a lot of places, but no, I'm actually planning on, hopefully, if everything goes right, like moving. So.
Where do you want to move to?
Chicago or Atlanta, or Lord willing, California. But I want to visit out there first. I've never even been. So.
You mentioned that you travel a lot of places. Is that for work or for pleasure? A little bit of both?
A little both.
Where's your favorite places to go?
I got a love-hate relationship with New York. My favorite place to work on, the best place I've ever worked on music was Chicago, because we had like a full studio and everything out there. We were able to like create nonstop. We just stayed in the studio. That was great. In Atlanta, I like Atlanta.
what makes sounds like you like just about all temperatures. To me, Ohio is fantastic as a home base where like it's cheap to live here. There's really nothing that could kill you. I mean, you mentioned like Atlanta, you get spiders the size like this big.
Yeah, and roaches is like normal down there. And stuff.
Right,
Like, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like
it's
how the differences are. But is Cleveland receptive to artists, or could Cleveland be a better scene for artists?
I think Cleveland isn't a terrible scene. It's I feel like it's limited room to like expand and become like a big name mainstream act here. But I don't think you just got to know the right moves to make here. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's a certain way to go about things. Could they be better? Yeah, but a lot of places could be better. But I don't think it's terrible. I don't think it's as bad as a lot of people think it is.
Yeah, I think like we mentioned, the internet makes everything kind of small but large. Same too, where like 20 years ago, Cleveland might have been horrible to try to live here and get a career, but nowadays you could stay in Cleveland as long as you know how to tap on your phone the right way. You're connecting to all those places that you were just saying, and then you hop on a flight or whatever. But within Cleveland, are there any local rappers that you really want to work with, or that you really are amazed that aren't at a bigger level right now?
Man, yeah, it's a long ass list. That I want to work with. Well, I'll do my favorite artists here are like Kipstone, obviously, Blockhead Johnny, Tory Lott, Sean K, Nix, who else? Freshie, Lifeline. Like it's a lot of artists that I feel like should be way bigger than what they are. But I mean, I guess it take time and stuff like that. But artists that I want to work with, I work with a lot of them. Like I got songs that even if they aren't out, I got songs with like a couple of the people I just named. I don't know. I don't know, work with anybody that's dope. So. Right
on. You mentioned you got songs that aren't out. Talk about the process of from the idea that it goes from your notepad to you start getting playing with the vocals, and how do you decide when to release, or do you just do it as a single or put out an EP or a full album? Like how does that thought process go for you?
My thought process is like a little different. Usually what happens is I just make songs. I come down however I'm feeling throughout the day. This computer right here is full of beats. Just like the beat computer is probably like 400, 500 beats on here, no bullshit. So I just go through, find a beat, and however I'm feeling at the moment, I just make that song, and I just stock up on songs. When I want to like work on a project, it usually comes from like an idea. It's like an idea, or I'll like a song so much that it set a certain mood that I want to build around that song. So that's usually how I make like projects. But other than that, I just make songs, and then it's really when I just get hit with every once in a while I'll make a song and it just be like, yo, this need to be packaged the right way. You know what I'm saying? So,
right. And that definitely makes sense, that answer, once I think about the different projects that you put out, where like you go through the whole range of emotions through like a whole project, but then when you put out like a Pineapple Express, you're just going silly, having a fun time. How do you decide? You do a lot with skits in the which city is that?
Franco.
Yeah. How did that death theme, was that just something happened and you're like, I gotta just go death? I mean, like you kind of made every skit like funny as fuck, but like also like some realistic, like people don't really think about that.
Yeah, man, it's just at the time it was just I was watching the news and it was just like a lot of death going on. And I'm fucking with you. Honestly, the real reason that's even on the project, we were sitting down here and my homie Johnny was making a beat. My homie Kip just started talking in a funny voice like, yeah, and coming up with different scenarios, and I started singing in the background. We thought the shit was funny.
Right.
We recorded it and we was like, you know what, actually, I'm just about to put this on the tape because it's funny.
Absolutely.
Like, literally, we were down here, that's probably the funniest song I've made, period. Like, I wouldn't even count it as a song. We were just bullshitting.
Yeah, but it's a good way to break it up, and then kind of like, like I said, like it's all about death. But then you're like, you know what? But what if somebody died taking the shit at McDonald's?
Yeah, like, man, I'm a big dude. We have a album, literally probably like 11, 12 songs. I don't even know if I'm supposed to like say anything about this, but we have like 10 or 12 songs, and we have an album of those. Like we just sit down here. It usually hit when like we got writer's block and we can't come up with shit, and then we just sit down and make like goofy ass songs, bro. Like that's just one that we were just like I guess it kind of like fits into the project, and it doesn't make it too awkward, and they give it like some comic relief. Everything else was kind of like, I'm not putting this shit on this project. Like that one kind of like it can slip through the crack. Like,
right. And how do you deal with feedback with projects? Like you said, like that it worked, but like if that didn't work, like do you go through comments and be like, damn, he's talking shit, or do you do any of that?
Like usually I don't really care. Like I care, but I don't care. Like when like especially when I'm making a project or just even a song, the song goes through so many people's ears who I respect musically that I don't even really care if somebody's like, yo, this shit is terrible, because it's just like I fuck with it and I feel confident enough to put it out. So I don't really that shit doesn't bother me. I kind of like it when I get it though. I haven't had anybody really come to me like, yo, your shit trash, you should kill yourself or nothing like that.
Right.
But like even songs that it's just like I wish this would have been longer. You could have said this different. Just I like feedback honestly, because it make me. I actually take the feedback and try and do something with it. So I fuck with feedback honestly. Like it's just when I haven't had it happen yet, but I know like celebrities, people be talking crazy with the feedback. Like, yo, they be saying some wild shit. So
right.
I haven't got there yet. So I don't know how I'm gonna handle that. I would be fine because I would know it's like trolling and stuff like that, but I don't really get too much of that.
And I would think too, I mean, a lot of your lyrics, it's just oozes confidence too, right? Like kind of like, I look better than your bitch, or things like that, you know, kind of like you're like, all right, you talk shit, I'm cool, like I think I look good, I'm rapping good, I could get better, but it's good.
Yeah, man, that just make people feel good. That's probably why I just be talking shit most of the time. So everybody like to feel like the shit,
right?
Yeah, this is like everybody like arrogant raps. You want to feel it like the shit. I will hope. So you know what I'm saying. So.
Absolutely. And you've been doing it 10 years. How long have you had a manager and really been going at like the business angle of it?
Like two years. This is like my first real manager, truth. Before that, like it would be like little shit like my homies would like, yo, I can manage you, and I got the following on Instagram, like all that stuff. But this is probably like the second year. I'm really like, all right, I want to do this. It's time to get this shit together.
Right. And as an artist, how do you go about picking a manager? Like you said, I mean, everybody's like, oh, I could do this, I could do that. Like, how do you find that right fit for that person that could really help you get to the next level?
Don't go finding them. Just let it happen organically. There's so many people out here that I don't feel like you should go look for a manager. You know what I'm saying? Like a manager is something that when the opportunity and the time presents itself, and if it works, it works. Like it should be something that happens naturally. So just let them come to you. If you really fuck with what they're trying to do and they fuck with what you're trying to do and they respect you as an artist and stuff like that, then let's see where we can take it. But definitely don't go looking for a manager.
Right. Do you kind of have that same sentiment about like a label? Do you like being the independent, or do you hope to get to a bigger label? Or
I'm having that dilemma now. I always thought I wanted to be independent, but man, it depends. It's just a situation. Like it's so easy to get fucked over being thirsty. You know what I'm saying? Like just wait it out. If the independent route treat me good, I'll rock with the independent. But if the right label situation come around and the deals and the terms, or we can agree with them, and I don't have to sacrifice any like artistic integrity or anything like that, I'm with it. Like I don't see anything really wrong with it.
Absolutely. And have you worked on getting your music into any other angle? I mean, most people think, you know, do a show, do a video, and do a CD. Have you tried to get your music into film or anything like that?
We're trying to figure out the way to get Crash into us like an album. Not an album, my fault, a movie. Like a movie or some type of trailer or some type of, that, I feel like that song is like real cinematic to me. So we're trying to figure out the way to get that and like sneak that in somewhere, whether it's like a trailer on something, like a film festival thing, something in there. That's what we're trying to do now. That's funny you brought that up.
Gotcha. And I keep looking at this laptop app. You're talking about it. Are you the one making the beats, or I find that interesting too, how a lot of people that like to rap just totally stay away from the beat aspect of it.
I was just like, not arguing, but me and my uncle was just having a debate down here yesterday or the day before. And he was like, you should start making beats. And I was like, nah. But the thing is, to answer the question, my fault before I get too sidetracked, Blockhead Johnny makes most of the beats. Kip Stone, he been making a lot of the beats. OG50. Like I got a lot of friends that are like producers. So like it's especially going into the future, you'll probably hear me on a lot of different type of beats, but for the most part, Blockade Johnny, Kipstone, they make most of my beats.
Gotcha.
And what was I saying?
You and your uncle are arguing?
Oh yeah, about my fault. About making beats, cause usually like I live with those two, so I'm down here when they're making beats for me. So it's kind of like I'm producing, but I'm not. But what he was saying was basically like it's just a different feel when you're the one tapping it. They give it a different feeling and stuff. So I might start coming down here and working on beats. I might start getting into it now because he kind of convinced me. So.
And within that process, you said that you're kind of producing but not.
Mm-hmm.
How long does your typical song from conception to it's done? Does it normally take, or does it vary completely on song?
Man, it varies a lot. Some songs do. Like the project I just dropped, I had that project was done for months. The project before that was done before months. We'll make a song and I'll just be listening to it and want to tweak it. I tweak songs nonstop.
Right.
So if it was up to me, I would drop stuff a lot more quick, but I don't want to drop some bullshit.
Right.
You know, like I kind of like sitting on music for a minute just to, you just get influenced every day by something new. I might come on with a different idea. So if the song already out, it's like damn. But
Remix.
Yeah, see, stuff like that. But I hate doing like, I don't want to do no remixes on my own stuff. But I like it's songs now that I put out like quick that I was like, damn, I could have did something like. I got another idea. I got a verse that fit right there, or I could have put a harmony right there. I could have took that out. That sounds stupid. Should have tweaked this, you know.
Right. And where was I going to go? I had a question, and then I was like, that makes sense. I had the same thing you just happened. When you're making the project, like you said that you had it out for a while, is it just something clicks one day? You're like, it's time to put it out? Or is it kind of just like, you know what? I got to stop. I got to let perfection just put it out.
It kind of depends. Like, basically when I know when I'm finished with a project, because I go in with a mindset of like, all right, this project, the idea I got for these songs, the way it's gonna sound, it should be this many tracks. I keep working until I know for sure I got that many tracks, and then I stop and I just tweak. That's usually how it's been going though. Like, I already have a set idea, or in my mind, and people around me, if they feel like it should be a little longer, something like that. But like Play Dead, I knew for a fact I really only wanted to do 4 songs, but I was like, I wanted an outro, so I was like, I don't want to end it so abrupt, so I wanted to do like 5 songs because I kind of like odd numbers. And we worked on those. Once I knew for sure I had like the first 5 songs, the 5 songs that I wanted to go with, I was like, all right, and I just tweaked it for a while after that.
And I remember my question finally. Do you do a lot of performing?
Not as much as I like, but I do a couple shows here and there.
Do you prefer the stage or the studio?
Stage, 100%.
Is it the attention, just the energy? What about performing do you love?
Just the energy, man. It's just the energy. It's something about the energy. It's something about the lights under certain songs, man. It's just like that whole. You could feel a song more when somebody performing it.
Absolutely.
If they performing it the right way. If it's like, you could just feel it, man. It's something about being on stage that just, it makes it. That's my favorite part, personally.
I think from somebody that's not a musician, from somebody that's watching the stage, like you said, how a certain song could just go. Kind of, even just an average musician, like if you heard him on iTunes, you're like, skip. But live, you're like, oh, he can't sing, but look at him play the guitar, or watch how he controls the crowd.
It's
or like
different, man.
It's just being in that vibe, that moment, that just live music. You know, there's nothing else like it.
I would rather go to a show than I would rather go to, like, if you did music, I would rather go to one of your shows than watch a video.
Absolutely.
Because it's just like you in your element when you're on stage. Like whatever songs that you performing, the feelings that you were supposed to get across while you were recording it, you could show us them feelings. So that's like a Kid Cudi or something like that. Mm-hmm. The lights and just the feeling that he puts into, man, bro, is nothing like performing. Like that shit sells the song to somebody.
When did you start performing?
I think I did my first show 15 or 16.
Was it like a open mic, or were you open? About the first show.
It was like a show, but it was at you know about Peabody's, I'm sure.
Right.
It was one of those shows. So,
Gotcha.
we just ended up. I knew a guy at my school that was doing shows, because I didn't know anything about it at all, and we found out each other rap. So he was like, "Yo, I do shows at like Peabody's. Come down there with me next time, and we could like set it up and stuff like that." So he showed me like the process of getting a show at like a Peabody's and stuff like that, and yeah.
Where's the best place that you've ever performed?
The best place, I like the Grog Shop. I haven't been there in a minute. The Grog Shop, House of Blues. House of Blues was my favorite place.
Was it just the crowd, or was it the way that the venue was set up? What made it the best one?
Probably venue and crowd for real, because I like the decor in there. It made it like homely, but not homely where people are sitting down. It was just real. It was a real comfortable setting in there.
Right.
And the crowd, it was like a great crowd. It was the crowd was great. Honestly, it was like a combination of both. The stage size, everything. It was like I fuck with this. Like, it was pretty dope.
What's your favorite song to perform?
Right now, Done Deal, off of Franco. That's probably my favorite. That always get the most like participation out of people.
Is there a secret to getting crowd participation? Or is it just that certain songs lean more towards it?
Not really. I just feel like if you selling it, when people feel like you feeling it, they'll feel it with you.
Right.
So I don't like doing the like traditional, when I say it, like stuff like that.
Right.
Usually it's just like you could do something as simple as saying something and just point to crowd. Like people will pick up on it. So
right.
I guess it is a couple tricks. I don't really use like the tricks or whatever. I just try and let it happen. Like
Absolutely. Within performing, have you thought of getting a full tour together, or is that something that you're working towards or want to do?
Yeah, I would like to. It's a lot of stuff that like goes into that, because we looked into it and it's just like I don't feel like now's the time for me.
Right.
So I really wanna wait a while, try and get everything set up, get better estimates and stuff like that, get the buzz up a little more, and then do something like that. But if it was up to me, shit, I would tour all the time. I would have been touring. But yeah, that's like I want the first one to be. I want it to go as smooth as possible, so I want to wait a minute on that.
Right. A lot of people that I've talked to, similar, like in your situation, kind of you have a body of work, but you're looking to build on the body of work and build the following before you go tour. A lot of people, when they think tour, think a whole national run, but you know what I mean, just do a quick tour of Ohio. You know what I mean, kind of take a week's time of just boom boom, hit all corners, and once you kind of learn the logistics of that, kind of just keep that moving.
Yeah.
That's what a lot of the folk singers and stuff that I've been talking to, that like they like to find like the different wineries and things and be like, all right, I'm just going to make a sweet 2 weeks of vacation essentially, but to get as many performances in as I can. What about kind of figuring out a group? What made you not go group and go single?
I tried originally when I started doing music. It was in a group, but I don't know. It's just like different people's goals. Like it's hard to really keep a group when everybody has different like goals and aspirations. Like if you want to be the most famous and I want to make the most money, and another person wants to have the best catalog, you know what I'm saying? Like different people goals, you're working towards different things, so it kind of messes that up. So I kind of just thought the solo thing was just better for me.
And your stuff is, I don't think emotional is the right word, but I mean you definitely tap into your feelings and your own personal thing. Could you not do as much of that in a group, do you think?
No, I don't believe that. I think you could if you in the right group, you know what I'm saying? That just comes with like sitting down and figuring out what creative direction y'all gonna go into. So yeah, I don't think you would have to sacrifice that in a group though.
Who's the best rap group of all time?
I'm biased, TDE, Black Hippie. And they not even really a group, but I don't think nobody fucking with Black Hippie in the history of rap. And I'm willing to, I've argued people, I don't think nobody touching them. Black Hippie, Outkast, UGK. Like those are like my three. Ain't nobody fucking with them.
Right.
In the lanes that they were in, they untouchable.
Absolutely. Of Outkast, Andre 3000 or Big Boy?
Yeah. I'm gonna say everybody say Andre. I'm gonna say Andre, but people be shitting on Big Boy, man. Big Boy was raw. Like Big Boy was raw. Big Boy's flows were crazy. They were just as unique. They were unique, just like Andre 3000's, and just his lingo, like the way he just said words and stuff was different. People would be sleeping on Big Boy.
Right. I think what was it? DDT? Is that the right Big Boy's track where he just went off for like 2 straight minutes? I think.
Yeah, I gotta listen.
It's 3 letters.
Which album?
I want to say DDT, and I want to say it was a single like 15 plus years ago.
Oh, see, yeah, no, I ain't.
We'll pull that up after we stop recording.
All right.
And you mentioned earlier that your apps, Twitter and Instagram are your number 2. It's interesting to me as a marketer. Facebook seems once it got like where your grandma was on Facebook.
Yeah.
Everybody my age and younger was like, I'm not about this.
It's because it's the cool thing. Think about this. Let's say me and you, not even me and you, I'm gonna just say you. Let's say you're at a party, you drinking, it's like a crazy party, it's lit. When you see people's grandmothers and older uncles start coming in, it don't seem as lit. Like you kind of like,
Right.
But so it's like Facebook start becoming the not cool thing because people like it start becoming a universe. It got so big. Mm-hmm. Family. I got a grandmother on Facebook. Like I got grandmothers. Like it started being like not as cool. It's not that many like. It's not that family oriented on like Twitter. You know what I'm saying? So.
Kind of, you could share different content on Twitter because your grandma and everybody at the family reunion isn't going to be like,
yes. Like,
did you hear the words that he was saying earlier on the Facebook?
On the Facebook, yeah. Like once it started getting to that, it was just like, all right, it's not the cool thing. Everybody gravitate to what's cool. So
right. Are there any platforms like music-wise that aren't huge right now, but you foresee kind of coming up bigger and bigger and bigger?
Audiomac. People sleeping on Audiomac. People sleep on Audiomac.
I don't think I even ever heard of it. Audiomac, M-A-T?
Mac, like M-A-C-K.
Gotcha.
It's literally, it's basically the same type of format as SoundCloud, but I just think it's better. The way they showcase artists is a little different. It's very, very, very easy to find somebody you don't know and fuck with on there. I just like Audiomac a little more. Like, I don't know, it's just easier. It's just better for me to find music. Mm-hmm. I don't know what it is, but I find music, like a bunch of artists that like are underground and stuff like that. I find them way better on Audiomac.
Gotcha. And as somebody that's producing music and trying to sell music, is there a particular platform that's better for artists?
As far as like Audiomac, SoundCloud-ish stuff.
Let's go all the way between those and go up to like the Spotify's, iTunes. You're on just about all of those.
Man, if you're trying to build a fan base, I would do an Audiomac, SoundCloud. If you got a pretty solid fan base or you confident enough in like your social media abilities to build your fan base like that, those Spotify, man, make the money. Like right now, they're making it to where you can actually we're starting to make money off this. Like even if you're not popping, you can make a quick couple $100 off of putting your music on these streaming sites. So if you're an artist like somebody like you were saying that's putting together a tour, you need the money and stuff like that. Yeah, like Spotify, Tidal, Apple Music, and all of that, you get paid. Audiomac, if you're trying to build up to that tour, like Audiomac, SoundCloud.
Gotcha. So starting out, you want to go SoundCloud, Audiomac, and once you kind of build it up a little bit, then start going on. Or when you did it, did you kind of just put yourself all the way out there on all of it?
I always was like, I started out on YouTube. I started on like YouTube because that was the thing. Then SoundCloud came out, and it was like, all right, well, we put music on here now. And that was like the best way to find new artists and stuff like that now. And then realistically, you can do both because I don't even think it's honestly too many people still like surfing like it was a couple years ago on like SoundCloud and stuff. Everybody finds everybody on social media now.
Right.
So you really, I guess the real answer would be all of them. Put yourself everywhere, as many places as you can. Make a little money off of it and gain a little exposure. So.
and let's go into social media. Being somebody that grew up in social media pretty much, like your whole life was social media almost, right?
Yeah, man.
That's so crazy. Like, it's also interesting to me. Like, you and I really aren't that far off in age, but like, I was just old enough where like in school we had those big ass like colorful iMacs, like, and that was like top notch.
Originals.
Yeah, like that was top notch. And now like I got the same MacBook as you. Like, like the Mac, like your computer's like a slice of paper.
Yeah, man. Look at our phones. Look how big and bulky the phones were. Our phones are thin as shit now.
Absolutely. But are you using things differently than when you were, I don't know, even 5-10 years ago when things were still here but not where they are? Or do you kind of, have you kept the same way that you like to go about social media?
It's like the same blueprint, but they keep progressing. Like things keep changing, so you obviously adapt. Like different ways you use the apps, different features that they bring into it cause you to like move differently.
What's your favorite Instagram feature?
Favorite Instagram feature? I like the story. To be basic, I like the story because you could literally like, you might not want everything on your page, man.
Right.
Some people got the page set up a certain type of way. You may want to portray yourself like a certain color scheme or something. Like, I like the story because it still allow you to be interactive daily without it really, you know what I'm saying? Like, because I kind of look at Instagram now as like the new website.
Right.
So you might not want stuff. You might not, let's say you into the business like a girl or something like that, makeup wigs and stuff like that. You might want just pictures of your clients on your page, but you still want to get your pictures off.
Right.
So you could put those on a story, stuff like that. And a selfie don't look as professional as like somebody else taking a picture, like off of a camera or even off of a phone.
Right.
I think that's probably like my favorite feature.
You mentioned that you're always using your voice notes and things like that. Have you thought about kind of like trying out like every day doing a quick like 30-minute freestyle or trying out some lines out using your story just to kind of like try things out, build up the buzz?
I haven't even I start thinking about it more because I come basically we got this, I don't know if this is like top secret information, but we come down here every day, set a 30-minute timer, and we just write every single day. Open up, even if it's like a YouTube beat, we on a computer. Set a timer for 30 minutes. You might write 8 bars. You might write a whole song, whatever. Just write to it, and then we just like put it away.
Document that.
Mm-hmm.
Like just how we got the tripod here. There should be a tripod over in that corner, and just filming that.
We had the camera. We record them.
Gotcha, but you know what I'm saying. But like, kind of keep that, and then whatever comes of that, kind of use that as like a documentary, or you know, I mean, figure out a way to repurpose that.
We got a lot of. Our friend was actually. We just got another camera too. That's crazy that you brought that up. We just got another camera probably 2 days ago. But our friend Ty, he was letting us use his camera, and we were documenting. We were documenting like the sessions and stuff like that. We got a shit ton of footage.
Absolutely.
It's just like, not to cut you off. It's just like the right time and figuring out when to put it out.
Right. Yeah. It's like you were saying, just to have a tripod and just to keep that camera going at all times. Just, even if you're not planning on something good, you might say something like, "Oh, what was that line?" and then just run back the tape.
Yeah, that happened a lot.
To be able, like you were saying, how people have their whole page portrayed, to be able to have that back, you know, like 5 years from now, be like, "Oh, remember that 30-minute sessions thing that we used to always do? Let's repurpose that or whatever."
Yeah.
But it's funny you said that because I listen to the Joe Rogan podcast like all the time while I'm at work. It's to me, Joe Rogan's like the male Oprah, where he does a lot of stand-up comedy, and he has a thing, just like you said, every day he forces himself to go and write jokes for an hour. Just zone out, just every day, just work on the craft. When you're doing that, are you noticing each time that you're doing it that your writing's getting stronger, or are you finding new ways to write? Do you kind of just repurpose every day?
That exercise that we do helped me so much because you find new. You're not thinking it up. You're not overthinking it. I find so many new flows, so many different new ways to say things. I love doing that. I'm probably like, I do it every day. I'm probably never going to stop because it's always a new way. It allows me just to loosen up. Like, I got some of my favorite songs off of that.
Nice.
That definitely it allows you to just write different. Like.
And are you guys kind of collaborating while you're doing that, or does everybody just come down here and in silence, have their pen and pad, and 30 minutes later we can talk?
That usually that's usually how it works. It's kind of like a competition. So
Gotcha.
we competitive, so we'll like come down here. Me and Kid will be down here, and we'll find a beat and be like, I'm about to whoop your ass on this. I hope you know that. Like, so we would do that. But we have done like a couple songs. We actually got my favorite song that me and Kid Beth we've ever done. We did that on a 30-minute one. We call it like shadow boxing. And my favorite song that we've got, we did it with that, and that's going to get tucked away for a minute because we had like special plans for that.
Nice.
But that, yeah, it's like a mix. Usually competitive though.
Are there any other rapper exercises in the rapper fitness?
We do a bunch of goofy shit. Like I said, like the goofy songs, like He's Dead, She's Dead. We do that. We get ideas from that. When we get in writer's block, just to stay like creative. We do a bunch of little weird shit. Like we do a bunch of weird stuff, like just trying to keep it creative and keep the juices flowing and stuff like that. We might see if we can come up with the best hook in 30, 40 minutes and stuff like that. So.
Right. You gotta take that. So we're back into the rapper fitness. We have the 30-minute writing. We have the goofy creative block removal. Is there any other thing that you do? Do you like read the dictionary, or like how do you come up with more vocabulary or more synonyms and metaphors and stuff?
I got the dictionary app. I should have probably said that when we were talking about the 5 apps. I got the dictionary app, and it sends you like a word a day every day. Mm-hmm. So I try and like incorporate that word into like the raps and stuff like that. So I just don't read the dictionary though. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I let the word a day take me somewhere.
It's way better than trying to sit down and read like aardvark, advocado. Like,
yeah, they do a good job, man. They it's a different word every day. Each word obviously means something different. So I just try and I'll come down here if it's like an interesting word that I think can fit into a song, and I go work it into something. I'll come down here and try and write the do the shadow boxing verse and put that in there. So
nice. Cool. So where are we going with that? We were talking words. Oh, that's where I was gonna go. Is as an artist, you get to use any word that you want. Older people don't like swearing. Do you feel that certain words have different power, different impact than others, or is a word just a word?
Nah, all words got like a different impact. So sometimes I know I might do it a little bit much, but sometimes like you gotta cuss, man, to get the point across. If you trying to project a certain emotion, you might have to say bitch, or like bitch, I'ma kill you. Like you want to get that certain emotion off. Mm-hmm. So saying baby, I'ma kill you, it don't hit the same way as bitch, I'ma kill you.
Right.
You know? So that is definitely I feel like certain words just hit different. Like certain, even the way like you could bend words, just certain, sometimes you gotta cuss, sometimes you gotta say certain shit, but every word they not just words, they supposed to project a certain emotion. But.
And what about the interchangeableness of the words, like bitch, I'ma kill you, or look at that bitch? Like,
see, that's what make it fun and interesting, because like just like every word got a different emotion, each inflection in the way you dialect, you know, like just the way you express the word, like the word bruh, like bruh, bruh, like
right.
It all means something different. So
context.
Yeah,
yeah. And are there? You always hear like, I don't know. Nowadays, it's like every day. Are there any words that just shouldn't be ever said? Is there any word that just has that much power?
Nah, I feel like, bro, I don't feel like any word should not be said. Every word got a meaning.
Right.
So not a meaning, obviously a meaning, but every word got a reason. So
I like that answer. That's a good one.
Yeah.
And let's kind of wrap it down with what's the hardest and best part about being a rapper?
The best part about it is it's a different way to express yourself. Just the expression. It's an art form, so it gives you a different outlet. That's probably the best part, because it's real therapeutic. Like for me, and I'm pretty sure for a bunch of other people, that's probably the best part. The worst part is probably like when you want to actually take it somewhere, the outreach. I wouldn't even say that's like the worst part, but it's probably the most difficult. That, and probably just to add to the worst part, probably people kind of looking at it like it's like, you rap? That's nice. Like they kind of downplay it. So that's probably like the worst part. It comes with a certain like stigma.
So there's kind of a stigma of it's not a real thing to do.
Yeah, it's just like,
go get a real job.
Yeah, like that, you know. So that's probably like, in my opinion, like the worst part about it. People will, people will just look at you a certain type of way just off saying that, you know. So that's probably like the worst.
And do you think that stigma is kind of going away now that, like you said, all these different platforms are coming up for ways that you can monetize and actually bring money in from the craft?
I don't think it's going away at all. I think it might be getting worse, because it's like now that it's actually anybody could kind of make money off of it. Nah, it's really like, oh, you rap too?
Gotcha.
So I don't think it's kind of getting worse. Like, because it's like, man, everybody rap, bro. And it's like, it's cool because it's a way to make money. I don't want to hate on nobody ever getting money, but it's definitely, I think it's kind of getting worse.
Gotcha. And the way that I end all, I don't know if I gave the heads up on this, the way that I end all the interviews, I call it the digital soapbox. You get up to 1 minute to look at the camera, and you can either use it as a plug to plug any project that you got going, any message you want to get off, you want to just get your 30-second burst out of that's been running in your head the whole podcast time, whatever you want to use a minute for to end the interview, to leave people on whatever note that you want to leave them on, whenever you're ready.
Okay. Honestly, I could do, man, I'll probably just get a message off just anybody that's working towards anything. Like, just don't stop, man. I'm just at the point now where it's like, it obviously get frustrating, but just don't stop, man. If you really love something and it's therapeutic and it's a thing that really genuinely makes you happy, just don't stop. Don't let anybody ever deter you from just doing what's in your heart, man. Like, I see so many people every day that just give up on themselves and just give up. And nah, man, just do what you love to do. Don't let nobody take your happiness away from you, rip your heart out, and have you discouraged to chase a dream, man. Like, it's too many people out here living unhappy to just not be doing what you want to do, man. Be happy. Honestly, that's it. Like, cause that's just something that I'm going through and just like realizing more and more. I just want everybody to be happy, man. Don't let nobody shit on you, you know.
Absolutely. And let everybody know, where can they find you on social media? Where can they find your music?
You can find me on social media. My Twitter and my Instagram handle is Flawless Franco, FLAWLESSFRANKO. That's both Instagram and Twitter. You can find me on YouTube, SoundCloud, Audio Mac, all the streaming services. Just type in Nuke Franklin. I'm up on everything, Google, anything. Your corner store, all of that. Like,
gosh, we gotta work on getting every corner store of America.
Yeah, man, 100%. Like, yeah.
That we could be the little Romeo for somebody one of those days when they got their first couple dollars, right?
That's the goal. That's like a secret goal of mine. I just want to be like I want to inspire somebody like that. Cause to be honest, the album wasn't the best album, but just the feeling. I want to get somebody that feeling I had one day. So
absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you for your time, man.
Definitely.
We'd have to do this again for sure.
Yeah, of course.
I'll get you all the links and everything.
It don't matter